beating Levante 3-0, and they are back to the top of the table, taking advantage of that defeat for Real Madrid in Pamplona. So Barcelona back in the driving seat. Remember, just this time last week, Real Madrid were favourites to win LaLiga. Barcelona now sitting clear. Let's get some reaction now from Hansi Flick. But first, Jules Koundé.
It was very necessary a reaction after back-to-back defeat. You managed to get this early goal, not conceding and going back to the top.
Yeah, it was very important, especially after two losses, and more than the result. Also, what we put in the tour of the game, I think it was not enough. So today we wanted to take advantage also of the loss that our rival. So I think we did a great job. We put a lot of intensity and we score early, which is always great, especially against this team who play kind of a middle low block and they're waiting for counter attack. So yeah, I think we played a solid game.
So you talk a lot in the locker room, as Hansi Flick has admitted. Do you think you have detected what were the mistakes you were doing, and you have the diagnosis, and you can this can be a turning point from now on?
Yeah, I think it can be. It's up to us to now, after talking and communicating, because at the end of the day, it happened in a season where we're not at the level that we want and we don't have the results as we wanted, especially the past two games. So yeah, I think the coach and the player, we identify what we could improve, and now we're working on it, and hopefully today I think it's just a first step in the right direction.
How important has been the score so soon to be very calm in the game?
Very important. You could see that today also that we had not the confidence in the beginning. So, but I think with the minutes we get better in the game, and yeah, important was today the win.
How important is for Barcelona to recover in the first place so soon?
No, it's important. We got this chance about the result yesterday, and so we get it, we take it, and this is a good thing.
Had the chance, took the chance, back to the top of the table. Levante, of course, are not going to be some of the opponents that Barcelona are going to face between now and the end of the season, but after two defeats, they get the job done.
Did the bookies really make Real Madrid favourites?
Yeah, Real Madrid were favourites this time last
before
week.
yesterday's debacle?
Before yesterday's defeat, yes, yeah.
Well, I know Barca have had a stumble, and two losses, but there is always something there to keep you hopeful. If you're a Barca fan, say, well, we'll get better at that and we will score goals. There's not a lot to say. Levante created two or three really good chances in the game, particularly early on, which Barcelona always give you. And after that, it was pretty much a walk in the park, a training game per se.
Joao Cancelo, man of the match. Obviously, when they signed him, we were like, look, he's great going forward, but defensively.
Listen, Joao Cancelo, man of the match.
Perfect for this game.
Yeah, exactly. Against a team that's going to do very little attacking, against a team that you're just pushing back. He doesn't have to defend much. That's perfect for Joao Cancelo because he's a brilliant footballer. I mean, here's a guy when he was at Man City going in the middle of the park and not look out of place with his passing. In fact, his passing was almost as good as De Bruyne's when he went in there. The problem is, and City have this in abundance, they have fullbacks that can't really defend. So today was a perfect day for him. When you get Joao Cancelo in a wide position, I mean, I suppose it can be frustrating for a striker because he cuts back all the time, but he usually sits the defender on his backside. He's a really good player going forward. That being said, the recent woes are behind them. Who the hell knows what the challenge is going to be from Real Madrid, because it's up and down, and they were a debacle again yesterday. Got outplayed by Osasuna and deservedly lost. But this Barca side are going to keep it interesting because of the defence. I suppose that is the one thing. If they had a really, really strong defence that played a sensible high line, and you added that to the rest of the team, they'd walk away with this league. They just walk away with it. But they don't have that. They don't have it. So they go about it a certain way, and that way it's super exciting to watch, but it gives teams opportunities. One of the reasons they lost last week against Girona was for that reason. The interesting thing is going to be the LaLiga title race and how this back line is going to cope in the Champions League. That's going to be fun to watch going forward.
Cancelo's not going to help that.
Okay.
That's for sure. I actually can understand why the bookies maybe made Real Madrid favourites. Because for a couple of games, they weren't sparkling, but they were better. Barcelona's dropped.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting all season for Real Madrid to be better. So there was kind of a thought, I had that thought that, you know what, this just might be what they need. Get top of the league and then change gear and off you go. Clearly not.
How do you change?
But I understand.
They were down geared.
Yeah, I've got a stick on mine.
I think most people do, don't they?
No.
Well, they have a stick.
All right, fair enough. You're right, all right. You're
But
right.
but I mean,
all right, I'm wrong, you're right.
I think the question there is, do you think Arbeloa has, to slightly switch it, from Barca, do you think Arbeloa has just stumbled on it for a couple of games?
Yeah.
And yesterday was back to just normality?
Yeah, yes.
Outplayed by Osasuna. The Osasuna midfield were knocking it around as if they were Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And Real Madrid have been getting results on individual moments. Whether it's been Mbappe or Vinicius doing something special, which is part of the game, I get it. But it really hasn't much been about a team effort. And you watch even the Osasunas of this world who are kind of mid-table, you watch how they play. You watch even how Elche plays and Vallecano. It's kind of a team. They pass it, they move. You just don't see that from Real Madrid. They're reliant on somebody, for the most part, doing a bit of individual genius. And when that goes away and they get caught defensively like they did yesterday, that's what happens. So they deserve to get what they got yesterday, which was absolutely nothing.